Everybody, it's Thursday evening, it's weather for Weather Geeks time. It is just a parade of winter storms that will continue to impact much of the eastern two-thirds of the country over the next week, so we're going to have no shortage of things to talk about here across our region during the next 5 to 7 days. Before we get to the forecast, let's do a quick review of where we've been over the last 12 hours. It was a little bit slippery on area roads last evening into the overnight, even though snow amounts were pretty modest. Generally an inch to inch and a half was pretty common, but it was enough to make untreated surfaces rather slick. But as we got into the daylight hours for today, we actually had some sunshine that broke through, and of course the crews were able to catch up on the roads, and it looked like a pretty decent afternoon, even though it was, of course, pretty cold outside throughout the day. Here's where we stand at the airport for the seasonal snow total going back to October. 35.2 is where we stood at this point last year. We've had a dozen more inches of snow officially at the airport this season compared to this same time last year. Last year we had a total of about 48.5 or 49 at the airport. We're getting very close to that total here in the first half of February. Of course, last winter we had a goose egg. We had 0 measurable snow in the month of March. Very unusual last winter. I don't think we'll see a repeat of that this year. We did our winter forecast, of course, over, 3 months ago now, early November. And this is the map I showed displaying the expected snow totals for our region. And I'll tell you, a lot of Mahoning County, a lot of Columbiana County is already firmly within this expected range of 25 to 40. Canfield area, about 30 to 35, 36 inches. Parts of Columbiana County are getting in that 30 to 35 zone as well. And again, I mentioned up at the airport in Vienna, we're up to 47 inches for the season. And, that's getting towards the bottom end of our expected seasonal range. So yeah, it's been a lot snowier this winter, and there's more coming our way. Unfortunately, if you've seen some of the footage from this morning around Fort Worth and Dallas in Texas, just a very tragic situation. Several fatalities with a huge pileup with freezing rain. Coming early this morning in Dallas. They had problems in Atlanta for a time, and this chilly rain and freezing rain situation continues in parts of the southern U.S. So a lot of places are under winter storm warnings and winter weather advisories in Texas, in Louisiana, also in a separate area in West Virginia, heading over towards Virginia as well, where some wintry precipitation is pushing through. Look at the extent of the cold air across the middle of the country, and really, to find warmth, other than the desert southwest, to find warmth, you got to head to southern Georgia and Florida right now, with temperatures spiking into the 60s and the 70s. Elsewhere, the Arctic air is dominating. All right, this weak disturbance misses us to the south tonight. Nothing more than a stray flurry in areas maybe south of 224 tonight. Most of us won't notice that. Our model here looks pretty cloudy for tomorrow. I think there can be some intervals of sun for our Friday, and then clouds return on Saturday. Now, this is a trough of low pressure approaching from the west on Saturday. Pretty weak, but it'll be enough to squeeze out some snow showers, especially towards Saturday evening. Enough to give us some small accumulations, but potential impacts once again. And then things will quiet down for Valentine's Day on Sunday. Here's a look at our model spread for Saturday, specifically late in the day and into early Saturday night. NAM model leading the pack here at about 2 inches, but that's kind of an outlier. Most of our modeling is 1 inch or half an inch. Again, there can be impacts with this. It's going to be cold enough for every flake of this to stick on non-treated surfaces during the second half of the day on Saturday. So here's our official forecast. I think most places will see at least a trace or a coating. 1 inch or 2 is the most likely accumulation with that. All right, let's talk about the potential big ticket weather item coming our way early next week. Now, a change compared to this same time yesterday is that there may be kind of a precursor snow coming out on Monday. We thought this was mostly a Monday night and Tuesday deal last evening, but now it looks like moisture is going to in a plume come northeast on Monday, so we'll probably see some accumulating snow on Monday. It's going to be cold Monday. We might not get out of the teens on Monday, so the liquid to snow ratio very, very high with this, and so this will accumulate very efficiently, even though amounts could be pretty modest. This could be a day where travel is tricky throughout the region on Monday. Potentially a lull Monday evening. Now, this is just one run of one model. We're not going to take this as gospel here, but the potential is there that we get a little bit of a lull Monday evening before kind of the meat of this system comes northward on Tuesday. Now, again, we're not going to take this model verbatim, but the most likely situation at this point is snow for a lot of Tuesday. How far north does the warm tongue aloft get? That remains to be seen. The chances of mixed precipitation on a lot of the modeling a little lower on today's runs than yesterday. This may end up being primarily a snowstorm with limited mixing, but you know how it goes around here. A lot of times that tongue of warmer air aloft comes a little farther north than the models are showing with this kind of a storm track. I'm not going to be surprised if we end up talking about some sleet or some freezing rain or some sort of mixture at some point on Tuesday. Looks like things will taper off at some point Tuesday. The models today came in a little faster with Tuesday, indicating that maybe things taper off as early as the afternoon Tuesday, but certainly by Tuesday night and Wednesday morning we should be in better shape, although there might be another system impacting the region during the second half of the week. All right, in our winter storm forecasting timeline here, we're kind of, this is Thursday evening, so we're kind of in this zone. We're 4 to 5 days out. We're looking at trends. We can say that the trends are up as far as the potential for impactful winter weather. It's more likely than yesterday, in other words, at this time. As far as what we think this will be as far as impacts go, I do think there will be some impacts, and plowable, shovelable snow is pretty likely. What else do we know? The timing. At this point, we think starting Monday morning all the way through at least early to mid-afternoon Tuesday, we're going to have some impactful winter weather for a fair chunk of that time, even though there could be a lull for a time Monday evening. So a long duration event. This could be another situation like we had a couple weeks ago where it stopped snowing for a while Monday evening and everyone's like, where's the rest of the snow? You said we were getting this and it's hardly doing anything, and my Facebook comments light up and I get a little heartburn as a result. Even though, no doubt for the next few days, we're going to be talking about the potential for this being a long haul event, and there's going to be some lulls. There will be those who think that everything's coming at once. But anyway, what we don't know at this point, exact snow totals for our area. Now, you can find that information. Now, if you're watching this video, chances are you're weather savvy enough to know that a lot of those national weather apps, the Weather Channel, for example, you can go on that app right now and get specific snow amounts for your location for Monday and into Tuesday. Just because that information is there does not mean it's good. A lot of that is just computer model generated stuff that is not touched by humans. Even if the data is massaged some by human forecasters in Atlanta, they are not looking all that carefully at the Youngstown area, that is for sure. And so that information is out there, but we're not going to talk about specific snow totals until we have a higher confidence of the timeline of things, the potential for mixing, and that'll probably be at some point this weekend. The potential for sleet and freezing rain, something that we cannot rule out, and that could really throw a monkey wrench in storm totals with this system. But here on Thursday evening, we just don't have a lot of confidence in that possibility as of yet. All right, lots and lots to talk about, so we'll keep you updated on the Storm Tracker 21 app on 21 News at 6 and 11 for you early risers. Check out Emily Frazzini's updates tomorrow morning on WFMJ Today. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a great Thursday night.